The mirroring effect is a bizarre effect. Mirroring, like the way that this world operates, it operates in a way that is hard to detect because it's a mirroring platform. So it's kind of like, you can just say the wordings of kind of like, who's your boss? Who do you work for? All right, just take them to, because I know who I work for. All right. And it's the best feeling ever. I know who I work for. I know who's my boss. All right. But they get everyone confused. That's why I'm making these videos, by the way, because I know who I work for. I know who my boss is. All right. But they mirror very closely. This world belongs to the demonic forces. It belongs to the deceiver, the mimicker. All right. The cloner. It has to clone everything very closely knit together. So when you take them two phrases, like who's your boss, who do you work for, we wrongly associate it with this world, with this realm. Right, who's the boss? Someone you work for, right? The President of the United States, the President of Ireland, your political party, what movie star you like, whatever, or whatever. They're not really your bosses, but you know what I mean, though. Like, just say the guy, just say the company you work for. They're your boss, right? That's who you work for, right? Well, it will be maybe better to try and change the wording on that. It's somewhere where I work to gain enough wages to pay for what I need. And they're beings the same as me. And just because they have a higher position in the job doesn't necessarily mean, for me anyway, that they are worth more than someone who's sweeping the streets or cleaning the toilets out. And there's some people that I like where I work, and I can see who and what they are beyond the facade. And there's certain people in the job who I still have no problem with, but I can see that their position doesn't make them on a higher level or better in any way whatsoever. They don't know who they work for. They don't know who their boss is. Now I'm talking outside of this earthly realm, which is controlled by the devil. This talk is who I work for, who my boss is. There certainly isn't anything in this realm, even though I will give the proper respect in the right way to anyone who I come across with or cross paths with to a certain point, depending on this, that, and the other, and different kind of variations of who and what they are, right? But they've got us into a situation where they have us in this realm completely, and they mirror words very close together to get us confused. Who do you work for? Whoever's listening to this, who do you work for? Who's your boss? I know who I work for. And didn't for a hell of a long time. And I don't want to work for the dark forces anymore. And the lighter forces, even though it goes in and out for me, it's not completely there or anything like that. I'm open and honest about that because that's part of it. But working for the dark forces, and when you're working for the dark forces, you don't know you're working for the dark forces. Let me make that clear. Okay? Because I know that from before a certain thing happened to me. You don't know who you're working for. They're working for the dark. You can be working for the dark forces within yourself, working for the dark forces of this world, the dark energy. All right? So I pose this question to whoever's listening to this. Who's your boss and who do you work for?